Hi.
Hi,
Who are you? What do you do?
I'm Zvi Schreiber. I'm the CEO of G.ho.st. G.ho.st stands for Global Hosted Operating System. So we're actually delivering cloud computing for consumers at our website. Our website is G.ho.st. So it's an unusual domain. It doesn't end.
Here we
You
go,
see, just
yeah.
like the logo, yeah, G.ho.st.
So the st, no .com, no nothing, okay?
No .com at the end, yeah. And we are delivering a whole computing environment which is on the web. So instead of having all my files on a physical device, I can have my desktop, my files, my applications all inside a web page. And then I can access them from any PC, any netbook, any mobile device in the world. So every computer becomes like my computer. I just log in and I get my whole desktop.
Wow, okay. So best maybe it's a quick demo, huh?
Yeah. So this is our homepage. And I just, as I say, I just open any browser and I log in.
No, it's fine.
It's okay. And what G.ho.st is going to do, G.ho.st is actually hosted at Amazon.com. So we're using the data center from Amazon.com. And G.ho.st is going to connect now and reproduce my personal desktop just in the same way that I left it, even from a different device.
Okay, cool. I'm curious how you upload files because this is always what goes.
Yeah.
I don't know what makes me not use this kind of services because if I'm kind of this hassle of upload files, can you just drag and
Yeah.
drop or?
Yes, we have a good.
But this was a yes.
Oh no, we have a good service
Yeah?
for uploading files, and the main thing is you only have to upload them once. Once you've uploaded them, then you can edit them within G.ho.st. You can view them within G.ho.st. So what G.ho.st is now doing is actually reproducing my desktop. There you see the little G.ho.st. So it's opening all the same windows. I'll minimize this window. It's opening the desktop just with all the same icons, all the same windows, just how I left it. All inside the web page, so I'm not installing any software. I don't need to do any administration. You can see here, this is laid out like a Windows computer in a way. Inside the web page, I've got my start menu, which we call the Go menu. And then I've got all the taskbar with all the programs that I had running. So I was running an email, and I had some music playing, so the same music carries on playing.
So how does it work with the applications? Do you have the same applications?
So no, what we're doing is using all of the web applications which are appearing. So we're getting applications from Google and from Yahoo and from Zoho, and we take all the best applications on the web. Here you can see my music is playing from Lost.fm, so that's an example.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you're in alpha.
Yes, this is officially alpha, but it's actually already working very well. Here's my music playing just how I left it. We have 150,000 users already registered for the alpha, so it's an open alpha from every country in the world.
150,000.
Yeah, it runs in
lot
20
for an
languages, so I can show you.
So when did you start? How old is the company?
We started the development 3 years ago. I sold my previous startup to IBM at that time. I'll turn off the music here.
So what was the previous one? What was it about?
It also works on the mobile phone, I should show you. My previous startup was called a Unicorn. It was an enterprise software.
Okay, I've heard about it. I think.
Yeah, possibly.
Unicorn.
We got bought by Unicorn,
Unicorn.
like a one-horned
Oh,
horse,
okay.
yeah. We got bought by IBM 3 years ago. I'm just going to show you also what it looks like on the mobile phone in a second. It was an enterprise software. Now, this is more consumer oriented.
And you're based in Israel.
Well, based actually in Israel and Palestine. So this is another unusual thing about G.ho.st.
Okay.
Ghosts go through walls. So we have, about walls in Berlin. So we have a wall as well. And our team is actually, I think, probably the only technology startup which has both Palestinians and Israelis working.
How come?
How come we are, or how come we're the only one?
No, how come you are?
Well, it was just, I was very keen. This is my third startup, and I definitely wanted to have a social aspect as well as a business aspect. So 3 years ago, I reached out and found some Palestinian businessmen who
So you deliberately reached out to
Yeah.
chieftains, okay?
Yeah, it's something I wanted to do to see if I can, as well as the interesting business proposition, do something social, getting Palestinians and Israelis to work together, which is very rare.
Shai Agassi did something like that as well. Is this
Shai
correct?
Agassi is planning to
plant on
produce
the
cars in
border.
some Arab countries, yeah.
Okay.
Which is different to actually doing it with Palestinians. He's, I think, building something in Jordan. And what we're doing is basically using electronic media to using video conferencing and this kind of thing to collaborate, because I can't go to the company's main office in Ramallah, even though it's only 20 kilometers away
You're not
from
allowed
my
to?
home. I'm not allowed to. My Palestinian colleagues can not come to Israel easily. Sometimes they can get permits, but they can't come regularly. So we're just using electronic media like video conferencing to collaborate.
It's interesting. So is there, was there press coverage about this fact already?
Yes, we've had some positive press coverage. We got some very good response. I think just the idea of people are sort of tired of the politicians not achieving anything. So we're just trying on a personal level to get people to work together.
That's very cool. But back to Ghost. So you mentioned earlier, like when we talked, that it's financed by Benchmark Israel.
Correct. We did a Series A with Benchmark through their Israel office. That was $4 million. So I guess about 3.5 million euros or something. And we're just now looking for our Series B.
Oh, that's cool. And how did you come up with the idea? I mean, it's your third startup, so when you and you said, okay, social aspect is also you incorporated it. So how this idea? Why this and not other possible ideas?
Well, our job as entrepreneurs is to follow trends. So I see a trend that people are using the web the web more and more.
Isn't our job to make trends?
Make trends as well, yeah. Well, I think you need to do both, right? You need to build on an existing trend and then take it further. So the existing trend is that people are using the web more. So people are doing their email. Most people are now using Gmail or Hotmail, not Outlook. People are doing their albums on the web. Now you can even edit documents on the web. So take this trend, which people like to use the web and not, and take it to the next generation, where I say, let's put the whole computer on the web. I've got a daughter who's a teenager, so she would often send me an SMS, a text message from school, to say, Dad, can you email me some files from my home computer? The teacher didn't come, I've got some time to do some work. So I thought, how stupid, she can get to her email from any web page. But why can't you get to her files from any web page? So then we thought, we can put the whole file system and the desktop and the applications all in a web page, and then I don't have to email her files anyway. So this whole venture is just because I'm too lazy to help my daughter with emailing files to her.
I think laziness creates a lot of ventures. It's not unusual. Yeah. You mentioned it's your third startup. Now you're looking for Series B, and the first one was 4 million. Have you invested as well in Ghost?
I have, yes.
Yeah. So how much did you invest?
More than 1 million of that is my own money.
Okay. That's pretty cool. And now Series B, how it's going?
Good, just getting started. It's a tough year, investors are nervous. But this is obviously a very exciting venture, in the sense that Windows was the biggest success ever, and in a sense, we're creating the next generation of that, a personal computing environment on the web. So the potential here is huge. The alpha has been very well received in terms of users and prizes, so this helps us as well. So I think people see here an exciting technology with good potential. Some investors are also interested in the social aspects. Some investors don't care about that either way. So I think it's going to go well, but of course it's a tough year, so I'm not taking anything for granted.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would can share with first-time entrepreneurs? Any advice from your entrepreneurial experience for first-timers?
Sure. Find a big trend. So, like I said, for Ghost, things are moving to the web. That's a disruption in a big market. And then try, and of course it's too late to create a web email. So think about the next generation, where you can actually innovate, but building on an existing trend and then bringing your own innovation. Speak to the customers right from the beginning a lot. Really understand the customers. Another piece of advice that I would give, which I don't know if everyone would agree with me in Germany, for example, is I think it's very useful to focus on the US as a market. Of course, Europe is a good market, but the US is a much bigger, homogeneous market, and very open to working with startups. It's a very entrepreneurial business culture there. So it's easier sometimes to get a big American company to buy from a startup than it is in Europe, in my experience. So in all my startups, the US was one of the first markets. Well, in my previous startups, the US was always the first market I went for, and that paid off very well. In Ghost, actually, we're more global, so although the US is slightly our biggest market for the alpha, China and Germany are very, very close.
Okay,
so
that's cool. Good, cool. Thank you very much. I think this was very inspiring and great product, and good luck, and curious how it will continue. Thank you.